Estates.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
My name is Sarah. I'm Mr. Potter's paralegal. Won't you come in? Have
Yes.
a seat.
Thank you so much. Here, I'll just... Thank you.
Is there anything I can get you to drink?
Oh, thanks for offering. No, I had coffee this morning, so I'm fine. Thanks.
Okay. Did you have any trouble finding the office?
Oh, no, it was quite easy, actually. Parking right out in front. That's very handy. Thank you.
Okay, good. It's a beautiful day out.
It looks like it's going to be a nice one, yes.
Yeah, I think I'm going to get out at lunchtime and go for a walk, get some fresh air.
I hope you do.
So before we get started, I just wanted to confirm your full name and address.
Oh, absolutely, sure.
Our receptionist took that information, and I just wanted to make sure I've got it right.
Right.
Debbie Ann Dykes.
Correct.
Dykes.
That's right.
646 West Hastings Street.
In Vancouver. Yes.
Postal V4X2T9.
That's right.
And phone 604-658-1377.
1377.
Great.
That's
Okay.
right. Thanks.
So today our interview is going to take about 15 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Just so I can start to gather some facts and make some notes about what you're going to tell me about the history of your
Yes,
family
I figured
matter.
you need to know all the info.
So I just want to take some notes just so I have it on paper and have then can type up them later for Mr. Potter.
For Mr. Potter, I see how it works.
Then we'll finish up by probably making another appointment for you to come back here.
Oh,
to
that makes sense.
To meet with Mr. Potter,
with Mr.
and
Potter.
he'll have my notes from what I've gathered from
Right.
what you're telling me today.
Okay.
So between now and then, he can read over the notes.
Sure.
And be prepared to talk to you for his first interview with you. And then we'll also talk about if there's anything else we need to do between now and then before you come back.
Okay.
Does that sound good to you?
No, that makes sense.
Okay.
It seems an easy process to
right.
tell you what's going on.
So, what can you tell me about this family matter that you come in here to see us to get some assistance?
Well, certainly. Just a little bit about myself. I'm a professional violinist. I'm 32 years old. I don't know if you need to know that. I have an 8-year-old daughter. Her name is Amy. Her father died seven years ago. Amy and I had it carried on after her dad died. It was pretty tough, though. We didn't have a lot of money, but.
Sorry, how long ago did your first husband die?
He died 7 years ago.
7 years ago?
That's right.
Okay.
But about 2 years ago, I met a man at VSO, Vancouver Symphony function. I met a man named Terry. We met and got married actually pretty quickly after we met. And we moved in together, Amy, myself. We moved in with Terry. Unfortunately, that relationship has fallen apart, which is why I'm here today. Right after we were married, I continued on with the VSO and giving private violin lessons. And Terry opened a business, a record store, a classical music record store here in Vancouver. And it did very well. It's his passion. He really understands classical music. But 2 months ago, Terry's from Halifax, and Terry's mom and dad are back there, his mom now. 2 months ago, Terry's dad became quite ill, so Terry went home to be with his mom, and unfortunately, Terry's dad died. But while he was there, he decided that he would really rather live in Halifax with his mom and open a record store there. So he came back to Vancouver just a month ago and said that was it. He's leaving. He's going to sell the record store in Vancouver and open and run one in Halifax. In fact, he's even moved out of our our family home now. He wants nothing to do with me, nothing to do with Amy. And I don't know where I stand, and I need your help.
Oh, would you like to Kleenex?
Oh, that'd be helpful. Thanks. Yeah,
I know this is very upsetting.
it has just all happened in a short period of time. But thank you. I'll be fine now. Thank you.
Well, rest assured that we are here to help you
Thank you.
through this, and hopefully we can get a positive outcome for you.
Well, I'm happy to help with anything. We'll give you info here.
Is there anything else you can tell me about things leading up to Terry leaving?
Well, obviously, things, well, not obvious to you, but where I started to notice things going awry, once Terry bought and got the store here in Vancouver up and running, first of all, it was just 5 days a week, and then he's so good at it that he started spending more and more and more time at the store, 10, 12 hours a day, leaving us very little time to be together as a couple. I think that was probably a precipitating factor in the relationship going.
Okay. Okay, so I think I'd like to maybe sort of get into some more specific questions about some of the history. What can you tell me about you and your husband's finances?
Well, I make between the VSO, every time I perform, I make about $1,500, and I also have a number of music students. I think my annual income is somewhere around $40,000 to $45,000.
Okay.
Dollars. Terry's store has done very well. He calls it his little gold mine. It's done very well. He took out a loan to get it started, but the loan has been paid back. So we sort of kept that part of things separate. At the beginning, of course, we lived off of my income when the store was getting started, but then the store took off and did very well.
But the income from the store goes to you equally? Or could you?
It did, but now that he's going to pack up and move, I will be getting. It doesn't look like I'll be getting anything unless you can help me with that.
Now that Terry has he's in Halifax now.
Well, I think so. He left us 2 days ago. I don't know if he's gone already to Halifax or if he's still here in Vancouver. I don't know.
So you don't know who's handling the store.
I don't
right
know.
Now.
I don't know. He's probably. I'm guessing he's there. He may have it up for sale and be gone. I haven't gone there to check. Of course, I've been busy with my own students and this whole thing happening so suddenly.
Okay, so with respect to the finances to the Vancouver store,
yes,
all you know is approximately how much it brings in, but you don't actually work there.
No, I've never worked at the store. It's really his thing. Obviously, I love music, but I've never drawn an income from the store.
Okay. Anything else about your financial situation?
When Terry left, we had a discussion about, is he going to offer any care for Amy or me? And he said, well, we've got $10,000 in our savings account. And then he said I could have that.
A joint savings account?
Yes.
Okay.
We both had a car. I'm going to keep my car. He said, I don't know, maybe he's driving to Halifax. I don't know, but I'm keeping my car.
How about your expenses?
Roughly, I did write a little note to myself about that, thinking that you might ask. I think between daycare and rent and utilities and food, I somewhere around $3,000 a month.
Okay.
I think that's a rough estimate.
And you said that you paid the loan back that you took out on starting up the record store in Vancouver.
That's correct. Terry took the loan out. I did co-sign on it, but as far as I know, it has been paid back for some time now.
Okay.
Terry took care of that.
Can you think of any other expenses you might have coming in the next one?
Nothing that I can.
Over and above
what
your 3,000 a month.
I don't think so. I think that includes the daycare for Amy. She does attend school, but there are times when I'm teaching that she needs to go to before and after school care. So I think that's.
And your income is derived from your performances with the symphony.
That's correct.
And
private music lessons.
Oh, okay, good. I forgot to make note of that.
Yes, I'm very lucky that I have a number of students that I.
And any income possibly from the store's profits. In Vancouver.
I have never seen any. That was more or less Terry's business. I mean, obviously, when we were together, we both paid for things. We did manage the $10,000 in savings, but I don't know if I'll see anything from the sale of the business or.
Anything else with respect to your finances?
No, I'm obviously fairly nervous.
Yes.
$10,000 isn't going to go very far. So I'll need your help.
Okay. What can you tell me about your family assets? You said you had a car.
That's right. It's about a 6-year-old car. Terry said I could have the furnishings in the house. Just household things.
Uh-huh.
Bedroom furniture, living room furniture, kitchen furniture, that kind of thing.
Do you think you can put a sort of value on those furnishings?
Oh gosh, I hadn't.
The car is.
Well, it's.
You didn't say what kind of car it was.
It's a Dodge.
It's not a very expensive car.
No, and it's only 6 years old, and it's been running fairly well. So I'm not expecting, fingers crossed, nothing happens.
Okay.
The only, as far as my own finances, the only outstanding credit card I have even at this point is my Bay bill. I have to pay that actually on the way out of here. I owe $100 on my Bay account. I'm going to pay it on the way home.
Okay, but the value of what you own.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's right.
In the home, the furnishings.
I don't have a figure on that.
Okay.
Nothing spectacular. It's furniture that between us we had when we got together. There are no antiques or anything like that.
That's something that we maybe could look into. But you mentioned that he said you could keep all the furnishings.
The furnishings, and I'm assuming he is just going. He took a couple of pairs of jeans, a shirt, and was out the door.
Okay. All right. So anything else that you can contribute on the assets
of my finance,
of your matrimony?
I mean, obviously, for me, with my job, it depends on performances with the VSO and students continuing. I'm confident that will continue, but it's a bit unknown.
Okay. Now, with respect to the business, the business that is the record store in Vancouver.
That's right.
Terry, that was his thing. You mentioned that you don't get any income from it, and you don't work there. So really, um,
It was his business. I was never on title on the business or anything, or nor did I work there, as you asked.
and you probably don't know if there's any debts
There,
that he owes
outside of the,
for that.
I don't know.
Outside of the loan.
The loan that he
Yeah.
took out to start the business, best of my knowledge, it's been paid off.
Okay. Now your children, you said
I have a daughter,
you have a
Amy.
daughter. What can you tell me more about your daughter?
Well, I guess the most important thing is she's my daughter. Her father, Lee, died, as I mentioned. Terry and Amy got along okay. She's not his child. He, in leaving, said that, and not in a mean way. He just said, "Well, she isn't my daughter. I don't need to continue with any money." Not that he gave me any money specifically for Amy, but he said that $10,000 in our savings account was what he was going to give me that I could put towards her care.
Okay. So you got the feeling that he wanted you to continue to have full care for her.
Absolutely. He has no. He never mentioned, and we never even. I mean, the discussion never came along. He never adopted her legally. She's my child.
Okay. So anything else you can tell me about Amy?
Unfortunately,
think might be-
she's doing okay
Okay.
with this. They weren't close, as I said.
With respect to Terry,
Yes.
what can you tell me about Terry? What can you tell? Let me reword that. Can you describe your relationship with Terry?
Well, obviously, not great over the last 2 weeks. Certainly, with him leaving.
We'll say since in the last 2 years.
Well, and it has been just we met. We got married quite quickly after we met. It was only a matter of 4 or 5 months. Perhaps that was too soon. We did have a wonderful relationship until the store started taking more hours out of him, and obviously less time for us to be together. And his decision to move back east, back home really for him, the marriage is over.
You don't think you'll ever want to get back together?
I don't think so, and Terry's made it very clear that he doesn't see that working out, and I don't want to live in Halifax.
Okay. Anything else you can think of overall about the situation that you can tell me for this
I think
point?
I think that's generally all. I just need to know
Okay.
what where we go from here.
Well, I'm going to, like I mentioned earlier, I will take what you've told me.
Right.
I think it might be helpful to perhaps get copies of your bank statements.
Oh, okay. I'll make a note. I'll just write that in my. Keep everything in my.
Okay.
Oh.
So I'll type up all my notes for Mr. Potter. If you could maybe look out the last 6 months, say, of your banking statements.
Last 6 months. Okay.
Yes.
I can do that. Yep.
And then we'll book another appointment for you to come back here to see Mr. Potter.
Okay.
We could probably do that right now. if
Sure. I
that's
have my
okay.
calendar, so.
Okay. So maybe in another week.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Like this time, like
Maybe
next Wednesday.
Yeah.
I think. Sure.
Wednesday at this time.
This time works well because most of my students come after school, so
Okay.
early morning is great. So
Okay. So we'll put you down for 10.
that would be brilliant. Okay.
Okay.
Let me just put that in too.
That would take us to the 19th.
That works
Okay.
for me. Yep. Nope. I have it in there. Thank you.
And you can just maybe bring the copies of the statements with you
I will do
on
that.
the 19th.
I will do that.
And then I think that's all I need for now.
Okay.
If you have any further questions of me
At
at
this,
this point,
I don't think so. But if I think of something on
You
my way
can-
home, I could
yeah, you
call.
certainly give me
Okay.
a call. You've
I'll do
got
that.
our contact info.
Yes.
If not, I can give you my card.
I have all of the information. Thank you.
Okay, good.
Yes, your receptionist was quite
Well, it was
helpful.
very nice to meet you, and I do hope we'll definitely be able to sort this out for you and
Well, thank you.
have a good positive outcome.
All right.
All
Thank you
right.
very much. Thank
So
you.
I look forward to seeing you in a week.
Yes, next week, as we said, that'd be
All right,
perfect.
I'll see you
Okay.
to the lobby.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.